Who have who has been your biggest supporters of your businesses? Let's start off with Audra on that one.
Well, my husband, because he's every step of the way. He built the initial utility trailer, and then this past December, when I started losing jobs because my trailer wasn't big enough, I wanted to get a dump truck, but they were just too expensive, and he was just like, let's get a dump trailer, and I was like, I don't want a dump trailer, I want a dump truck. I'm not looking at no dump trailer. She's like, baby, you need to look at a dump trailer. And, he finally convinced me. We got the dump trailer and then immediately went out the next day and got a heavy duty pickup truck because my pickup truck was not going to haul that thing with a full load in it. So he's my biggest supporter. Um, Matt and JoJo, you know, the other day I had my first incident in a year. As careful as I was, I scratched a client's floor. And I immediately told me, I was like, I scratched your floor. I have insurance. I'll put in the claim. And the client was, very nice about it. He was comforting me because he could see I just felt so bad. Like in my first year, my whole first year, I never had a problem. And I texted Matt and I was like, I feel so bad. I scratched the client's floor. How do you get over this? And Matt didn't baby me. He was like, listen, it's like when a quarterback, runs an interception. He was like, we've all been through it. Trust me. You just pick up and move on, and I'm like, but he didn't baby me. He was just like, listen, it happens. It's good. It's all good. You handled it. Just, move on. So, Matt and JoJo were my biggest supporters. I would text Matt all throughout the year, like, I got this job. I have an estimate. I have telling them, all of my, trials and, successes. And, every time I bid on something, I was like, I bid on something and then, okay, I won it, and they were just like, that's awesome. And one of my first clean outs, Matt and JoJo called me and they were like, hey, how you doing? How's that clean out going? Are you okay? I mean, they were just there every step of the way. So, I think they're my biggest supporters, and it's just been wonderful. So yeah, it's my husband and Matt and JoJo, and just the junk community in general. When I went to the Junk Expo, that was just mind blowing, and it was amazing. And I'm still riding off of the high from meeting everybody. So
I totally agree. I mean, it's not only a community, it's like a family. And I've never seen so many people like want to help you out and they're not gaining anything back from it. And a lot of these people are like, could be somewhat competition, and a good example is, Matt and JoJo helping me, we're only, 25 minutes away from each other and all. And Matt is like one of my biggest supporters, and JoJo, I'm hitting up Matt like probably once, twice a day, always asking him questions like, what do I got to do? And I mean, he could be the complete opposite and be like, yo, this guy's competition, he's in my area. But no, he goes out of his way to help me whenever he can. And they really go. And that's what I love about this community. It's just like a really great family, but I also got to bring up, did you get to see the first episode of the Junk Family? We had Ricardo on there, and Ricardo has a certain way of handling scratches on the floor that might be a little different than the rest of the junk community. Did you guys get to see that at all? That was pretty comical.
Yeah.
Just like Matt and JoJo I thought it was staged when I first seen it too, but the fact that he said it wasn't staged, I was like, oh, wow.
Oh, he doubled down about 5 times on the show. Everybody was giving him a way to get out of it. He just kept going, no, and then doubling down. And I'm just like, oh, wow, that's definitely an original way of handling things. But it's definitely the way of not to handle a scratch floor, in my eyes.